Hi and welcome to this week's Warriors HQ. Coming up on the show, highlights of our defeat to the Scarlets, JBL talks rugby, plus we take our new signings on a tour round Glasgow. It was a disappointing game for the Warriors as they lost 27-3 away at the Scarlets. Here's the highlights plus reaction from Lewis Wynn.
I've been up all night, no sleep, 'cause I feel like I'm always dreaming all night, no sleep, 'cause I feel like I'm always dreaming. 'Cause I feel like I'm always dreaming. Sometimes I tend to lose myself when I'm out here on my own. I never seem to get it right, but I guess that's how it goes. But ever since you came around, can't nobody hold me down. You show me how to find myself when I needed it the most. I've been up all night, no sleep, 'cause I feel like I'm always dreaming all night, no sleep, 'cause I feel like I'm always dreaming. Wide awake, that's okay, as long as I'm with you. I'll be up all night, no sleep, 'cause I feel like I'm always dreaming. I'm never gonna find my way if I don't learn to let go. The past is the past, today is today, and there's things I can't control. There's circles underneath my eyes, tell the truth that I've been trying to hide. I've been waiting for you way too long. Won't you come and take me home? I'm playing this another dream. Can you wake me up before you leave? I've been up all night, no sleep, 'cause I feel like I'm always dreaming.
So Lewis, tough night. How do you rate it?
Thought the first half went well. That the boys had a lot of pressure on Scarlets, a lot of pressure, but just couldn't convert. A few little mishaps that we, as a team, have to look at next week and the week after, and then sort out. But I felt first half really well, and the second half we just didn't come out like ourselves. A few missed tackles and stuff like that. Just the little mistakes, like building up to big ones. So I felt there's lots and lots to work on, but there's definitely a few like positives in there as well.
That win's put Scarlets quite close to the top of the Pro 12. It's really tight up there. You've now going into the Ospreys game and the Munster game at home. How important are they going to be?
Oh, massively important, like hugely. I mean, we've got to get up in that top four, and we're a top four team, and we should be there. But I just think tonight was a bit of a thing we just push past and look on the next week. Stay tight as a team, stay tight as like coaches and the players, and then work on what we can work on.
Wrestling legend JBL came to Scotstoun to speak to us about his passion for rugby.
JBL, welcome to Scotland. How's the trip going so far?
So far, so good. The weather is perfect, perfectly Scottish. Bad, or at least bad for me. It's actually a pretty good day today. It's just a little colder than what I'm used to. I live in Bermuda, so anything that's not about 70 degrees is considered bad weather to me. I've become soft in my old age.
So last year, you visited the Rugby World Cup. What game did you take in, and how was the atmosphere on the occasion?
The atmosphere for the Rugby World Cup was phenomenal. I went to the Welsh-South Africa game. It was a phenomenal game. If you remember that incredible offload right there at the end, I was sitting right on that end of the field. The problem was I was with a Welshman, so he didn't want to do anything afterwards because his team lost. But to me, it was fascinating. It was such an incredible atmosphere. There's nothing like rugby. I played American football my whole life. I love American football. Take nothing away from the sport I played. Rugby to me is a brotherhood. It's a teammanship that you don't get anywhere else. And it's the going to the games, you feel that. You feel like you're part of the team. And I don't know if you get that anywhere else in sport.
If given the chance, it's definitely a sport you would have played.
Oh, I'd love to have played rugby. I would have loved to. I watch our kids play all the time. You know, I turned 50 this month, so that ship sailed. I certainly hope it has. Would have loved to have the opportunity to play rugby.
And finally, who would you think's tougher, wrestlers or rugby players?
This is a rugby social media, so I better say rugby players, because I've got too many friends in Bermuda that are rugby players. That you know, rugby to me, people ask me all the time about American football and rugby. The difference, rugby is a really tough sport. American football is kind of a vicious sport. You know, the guys try to knock each other out instead of tackle. You take out the helmet-to-helmet rule, and all of a sudden that's changed. So, who is tougher between, say, professional football, rugby, or wrestlers? I'm 50 years old this month, so I better leave that alone.
Warriors HQ took new signings Langi and Brian to the Transport Museum to show them a glimpse of Glasgow.
So this is both of your first time in Scotland was coming to play?
Yes.
Had you been to Europe before?
Nope. This is my first time.
You've been to France. It's a bit different to France.
Yeah.
So is the weather the biggest thing?
For me it is, because I'm used to seeing sunshine now. Now I like get teased my family. I'm like, hey, can you guys send me over some sun because it's cold over here, man.
What else? Anything? You picking up the accent okay? You understanding everyone?
No, I still don't. Man, at practice, the boys are fine. They, you know, we tell them, can you slow down a little bit? But when I go to the store and people are talking to me, I can't, and I just nod my head. Oh yeah.
You alright with the accent?
No. I'm having trouble with his accent, the Scottish accent.
So who was your rugby hero growing up then?
I think majority of the people would say John Alainu'uese, just because, well, I'm an All Blacks fan. And John Alainu'uese would be probably my favorite. I grew up him, and then like Ma'anonu was one of my favorite rugby players. So, yeah.
Finn Russell.
You two seem to kind of know each other quite well, quite early on. So what's the best thing about each other? If you had to give each other a compliment, what would you go for?
Nothing. Nah. Yeah, this fella in Sealand made me feel welcome when I first got in, and some of the Fijian boys. I think it's a thing when you see another island guy.
Yeah, it is. When poly see each other, it's just more easier to get along. Mm-hmm. It's like I told you before in the other interview, it's just like, even though we're not family, but we're family. Like when we see each other, it's easy. We just go up, we feel comfortable. Hey man, it's easy for us to talk to each other. But this guy, you can never take him serious. He's just always he's just telling jokes nonstop.
That's all for this week. We'll see you after the international break on the 23rd of November on Warriors TV at 5.